In the overload section, a distinction is made between a simple and an extended overload configuration. The overload current results from the nominal output current multiplied by the overload factor. A change in the overload current therefore affects the overload factor, and vice versa. The graphic shows the time course of the overload variables. In this example, the current rises from its nominal value of 100 amps, increasing by 50% to an overload current of 150 amps. The duration of the overload is set to 10 seconds. That means the overload current is applied from 1 to 11 seconds. After that time, the current falls back to its nominal value. The rise and fall time is always 1 second. If this does not fit your application, you can use the extended overload configuration, in which you can freely define all time steps. In the extended overload configuration, all input parameters can be freely defined in this table over time. The plus sign is used to add further grid points in the load profile. To remove grid points, use the minus sign. If you have done too many changes and get lost, you can use the reset button to set the table back to its original state. The upload function is advantageous for complex load or mission profiles. The table for upload must have the correct number and order of columns. It is therefore recommended to download the table as a template for editing, save it in CSV format, make your changes, and then upload it again. Theoretically, there is no limitation for the table length, but in practice, due to the memory of the Internet browser used in the simulation, the table is limited to several hundred lines. Long tables are divided into several pages. If, during the upload, something went wrong, for example, letters or values out of range, you will get an error message and a red frame shows where to find the problem. But let's reset. The number of cycles to be calculated determines how many times in a row the specified load profile is calculated. This may be used, for example, to determine if a system has reached thermal equilibrium. The load cycle is shown graphically below the table. Only parameters with changing values are displayed. By clicking on the letter symbol below the graphic, further input parameters may be shown or hidden.